The cabal of the DSM. Depression was just a word before the cabal of the DSM. Anxiety was just a word before the cabal of the DSM. Disassociated was just a word before the cabal of the DSM. Yes, retard. Overt and covert narcissism. One of them is trying to be... The root of one of them is literally in having an incredibly low self-esteem, an incredibly, depressive attitude, and you're trying to be narcissistic to shield and to self-soothe from that. One of them is literally just, you think you're God. You think you're, amazing. This isn't a cope. This isn't a cope for you. You genuinely have this behaviors because you genuinely think you're God. These are not the same motivations at all, and this is what justifies its own unique subtype. Whoa, guys. Whoa, guys. You know when she said, instead of, trying to search for my porn, or porn of me, just, watch my YouTube channel instead. I think we got a deeper insight into her psychology than she even realized in that moment. Holy shit. Holy shit. The Nerd City video. Oh, I do need to watch that. I do need to watch that, actually. I'll watch that now. That's a good point. I'll do that while I'm doing the gameplay stream. Let me see if we can get this working. Video, all the way up to the max. Go in there. Go in there. Boom. Boom. Okay. The Nerd City video is horrid. I mean, the only thing that I've seen from it is... The only thing that I've actually seen from it is a still of, her supposedly, in the shower, and she looks, absolutely wretched. It's just... Yeah. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's take a look. Nerd City. Where is he? From what I've seen, this has just been what he's spoken about on his channel for the last, 5 videos? Something like that? He did that one video with Colossal about, what's-her-face? What the fuck was his name? The fucking 5 AM guy. Don't drink milk after 5 AM, or you'll turn into, a gay. I've completely forgotten what the fuck that guy's name was. Anyway, J-Station, that's the one. He made, one J-Station video with Colossal. There was supposed to be a part 2, and that just, never happened. Presumably, to be fair, because he, he just went a little cuckoo bananas and got kicked off the podcast, didn't he? So, that's probably why. But yeah, so he's got this, the last 1, 2, 3 videos he's made has now been about Pokemon. SSSniperwolf.
Active as a shower. Kind of just...
That's an embarrassing still to open up to. So yeah, that has been my only association with this so far. That has been my only association with this so far. Dude, I got shown that. And what else? I mean, what else do I need to be shown? I realized in that moment that I needed to look at it on stream. Let's have a gander. Yeah, let's pull the full thing into focus. Okay, yeah. One thing that I guess just a thought of mine. Because I've been watching. I remember watching the other videos. I didn't like how he's claiming to almost definitively diagnose her with what? Narcissistic personality disorder. For me, that just seems way too fucking far. Way too fucking far. To pretend that you'd even be equipped as a fucking, commentary YouTuber to be able to, diagnose with somebody with something like that. Okay. No fucking clue. Okay. Anyway. No, I'm going to change the stream title to that, actually. Nice. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's go. Wrong window.
Nerd alert. SSSniperwolf is refusing to take a shower.
I know initially, when I saw the wigs and the colorful hair, I just figured, well, she's into cosplay. That's what that is.
What am I?
What she's into is not showering.
Are any of you guys into that? Because...
Is that the entire premise of this video? Okay.
Because... Okay, I might be a little bit.
Guys, by the way, I'm wearing a wig. My hair was dirty. I jumped into the pool. I was wearing a ponytail. My hair got crunchy and greasy and crusty musty. It's disgusting under here. It is a mess. Ah, this weave itch.
I mean, I think I've went a month without showering before. Don't tell anybody, but I mean, I don't get dirty, so I can go 3 months without showering.
Our sources believe it's been more than a month since the last time she bathed.
Turns out SSSniperwolf doesn't like to bathe.
Why?
Say what you will about Nerd City, he does spurg out. He is incredibly self-righteous. He is a little bit retarded. His videos look absolutely gorgeous, though. Every time.
A long time ago, on a computer I'd probably throw away, I remember there were some visuals of dirty hair. She was like pulling her hair out to the side and backlighting it like a spider web. She was calling attention herself to how soiled her hair was. And I also remember a makeup tutorial where she was drawing eyebrows on top of last night's makeup. So I noticed the signs of something special.
I
am a retard.
I'm retarded.
But even in noticing the fresh coat of paint being put on top of dirt,
You can't trust me with a white shirt.
I must have rushed the analysis, or I just didn't want to go into it that hard. Because the fact is, this is not a
Oh my god, dude.
analysis, or I just didn't want to go.
I'm gonna make this full stream. I'm gonna make this full screen so you can see it. You can see the shine. You can see the shine off that scalp. That's
Go into it that hard. Because the fact is, this is not a creator who is just cutting a few corners and thinking nobody's gonna notice.
Me, your favorite messy hair YouTuber who needs a brush. My P.O. box is in the description below if you want to send me a brush.
I know my hair looks like I never brush it, but I don't.
This is a strikingly intentional choice not to bathe. More than 9 out of every 10 days, no shower. Throughout the entire span of her YouTube career, she has gone to absurd lengths to avoid showering.
I haven't washed my hair in 2 weeks. This is what it looks like.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
My hair is very dirty, by the way.
That
2
was
weeks.
really cool. Last time I talked about not taking a shower and that I don't shower much because yeah, I don't shower that much. Weird flex, but okay. The thing is, I don't shower.
You're ratchet.
I can't even run my fingers through it. Rishi asked, what is the long
You got dicked. Okay,
right.
bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Snifferwolf. Okay, dude. Thank you for the 2, Quixotic. Fuck me. I need to reset the bars, actually. Fuck. Holy shit. Short stream. Super fucking generous, though. I hugely appreciate it. I'm gonna fucking die. Hold on. Where the fuck is this guy gone? I'm retarded. There's 2. I don't know if you guys can even see what's going on my screen right now. It is kind of a blur, to be honest. I'm just that. If you haven't got these highly trained reflexes, it's, yeah, you know. If you want to watch that back, and kind of like slow it down, you might be able to see kind of pace for pace what I was doing there. But anyway, bars are reset. Thank you so much. How much to smell, Sniperwolf? Look, this is the problem, okay? This is clean hair, okay? I've washed my hair today, as I do every day, okay? And it still looks like this. It still looks like this, okay? Just to clarify, I shower before I get any of those comments.
Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Master Mark tipped $4.99 through Super Chat. Dickers do a funny dance. Something I wanted to buy sold out the moment it went live for purchase.
Something you wanted to buy? What did you want to buy? What did you want to buy? Thank you for the 5, Nate. Looks like it needs conditioner. Maybe. I've tried to do conditioner before. I've tried to do conditioner before, and I'm not sure if it works. Wait a second, I just realised I'm not rich. I'm not rich. And now I think on it, Dickers only mentions our friendship when I donate. Am I Dickus's Chris Rock-chan? Chris Rock-chan? It's in general chat. No, Nate, you are my genuine real friend. You're my genuine real friend. Wait, Mark, you're Swedish. Oh no, this just happens to be a Swedish thing. Komfishver. Was ist eine Komfishver? Was ist eine Komfishver? I thought people always use conditioner. No, men don't use conditioner. Why would you think that people would always use conditioner? Get some Tresemme conditioner from your local shop. No, men don't use 3-in-1. We use 2-in-1, by and large. The problem is, it's like, okay, you do, if you do for a man, it's like half a pea of it, and just rub it through, and that can work, right? That can work. Your hair's curly, you need conditioner, okay, potentially. Is this gonna, one sec, may I open up on the other thing? Is this gonna dox me? What the fuck is this? It's a Gundam. This is a Gundam. Hold on. This does look pretty cool, to be fair. How big is this? How tall is this? I kind of like this. Oh, it's got all the little pieces. That actually does look kind of cool. Why am I looking at kids' toys? It does look cool, okay? It does look cool.
even run my fingers through it. Rishi asked, what is
cool
the longest
cream.
you went without
Microfiber
showering?
towel.
Now that
I've tried
about
that.
It, I haven't
I've tried
showered
that.
in what seems to be like weeks. I mean, I'll get in the bathtub and I'll do like a really weird thing where I just turn on the faucet and just like kind of...
Is it called a Dutch shower or something?
Where you sit in the bath and then You kind of take a shower, but with the bath water, not with the actual shower coming over.
Dutch shower, similar to Dutch oven. The act of showering with another individual and cutting a hot one. I've heard of a Dutch oven before. I've heard of a Dutch oven before. And that's when you, like, fart in bed. And then you, like trap the other person underneath the bed sheets. Condition your stubble to reduce pash rash on women's nethers. To be fair, I do have to be mindful of that. I mean, not necessarily about that region, but like just in general, about keeping it like, you know, nice and kind of like either trimmed or like, you know, moisturized and stuff. But I mean, I've got relatively like soft hair, so it's not that bad. But yeah, microfiber towels snag on my hand calluses. Really? How deep are your fucking hand? Oh, you're a trucker. I guess that makes sense.
Can I Dutch oven you?
It's not really a shower, but it's not really a bath. It's kind of in between. It's weird. Where did I learn that from? I don't know. It's not as effective as a shower. Kind of just used to wash my feet every day because I can't get into my bed without like washing my feet because if they have like gross shit on them and I like walk barefoot everywhere, so they're gross and I don't want to sleep with gross feet.
You wash your feet every night before getting into bed?
What's a toothbrush doing there?
I just got this thing that's wrong with me, you know? Like everything else that's wrong with me.
I want to know what her problem is. What you so?
She seems like the kind of person that I don't know, from having seen her, from having like hearing what she's like, she seems like the kind of person who's like so mentally fried by like video games and like the internet and like TikTok and shit that she just never grew up for being a child, and so she never learned to actually like take care of herself. So unless she has like an adult there to be like, you really need to take a shower, okay? You really need to clean yourself, okay? You don't want to be smelly. It's just like, oh, no, I've got stuff to do. I've got stuff I want to watch. Do you know what I mean? And so you haven't actually developed like the ability to like, no, I won't watch another like 30 hours of TikToks. I need to actually go and like be an adult and like, you know, like manage my life for a moment. Don't look at the mess behind me while I say that, okay? It's going to completely undermine my point.
Evil 4, you're pretty. You get everything you want.
In the last episode of Nerdline, we looked into suggestions made by over 140 comments that current theories in the field of psychology related to narcissism.
You got dicked. Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Nate tipped $5 through Super Chat. Diggers, is this the man-coated woman you're looking for?
No, but I want to explain why. Okay. I need to get the paint out for this. Hold on. You know what? I'm just going to open up the Paint desktop app. We're going full hog here, okay? We're going into this deep. Okay. So let's take a look. Why not? What do I like, and what does she do? Okay? Let's that's the question, okay? That's the question I'm going to answer. Give me 2 seconds. I need to add a window capture. Paint. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Now, why is it all fucked up? Okay. What do I want? And why does that not fit? Okay, let me try and think. My thought would be, let me increase the brush size here. How do I increase the brush size here? I'm so retarded. Okay, so we've got the masculine. Wait, what's the masculine sign? It's like that, right? It's like an arrow, okay? And we've got the feminine. Now, what Sniperwolf has done is she's tried to take an essential aspect of masculinity and place it inside of femininity. But she is still fundamentally very, very feminine, okay? And this is in terms of personality. I think I want is like a masculine woman with a surrounding bubble of femininity. Do you know what I mean? But I want the predominance to be like somewhat of a masculine vibe, but then it's surrounded with like just a pinch, just like a slight flavoring. Not femboys, okay? A woman, okay? But fundamentally, personality, disposition-wise, predominantly masculine, with like, you know, with a coating, right? It's like the icing on the top, okay? It's the icing on the top. Whereas, if we think about a cake, okay? If you think about a cake, right? Let's say masculinity is strawberries, okay? Masculinity is strawberries, and women are cakes. No, women are chocolate, okay? Women are chocolate. Men are strawberries, and, you know, femininity is chocolate, okay? What I want is a chocolate-covered strawberry, Okay? What I want is a chocolate-covered strawberry. What she has done is she's crushed up, like, dehydrated strawberry and put the chunks inside of chocolate, okay? She's put the chunks inside the chocolate. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. I want a chocolate-covered strawberry. I explained that surprisingly well, I think.
Might provide better insight on the puzzling patterns of behavior central to Sniperwolf's mostly one-sided beef with Azzyland.
Why does she hate her so much? Oh, we got 2 of them doing the same thing? Well, now I guess we know why.
A lot of narcissists and toxic people,
Can I provide an example? I don't think I can.
like myself, we have
Without being weird.
identity issues. It's like we are facing.
You
an
got
ongoing-
dick. Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Nate tipped $5 through Super Chat. The direct inverse of
Nate
Louis
gets it.
McClung.
Nate gets
She
it.
has made a sheet-covered strawberry, not chocolate.
Thank you. Thank you for the 5, Nate. Thank you. Thank you. Nate gets it. Nate gets it. And the fact that Nate gets it proves to me that the people who are thinking, yeah, the people who are using their minds, understand exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you, Nate.
identity crisis.
Jenna's eyes are pretty, and now they're my eyes.
Sniperwolf even stole the way Azzy speaks.
But how did it just turn on?
I'm just an accumulation of traits that I've seen in other people that I've been jealous of or admired.
Can I just have this face?
Yeah, see,
I just
this is
want her.
already what I don't like, right? This is already what I don't like. It's this kind of like retarded pop psychology about NPD, which is a real diagnosable mental health disorder, okay? Mental health disorder. And this fucking retarded, well, what does narcissistic personality disorder mean to me? This is not easy to study. People with NPD do not offer themselves to be treated. Famously, they are resistant and they do not keep up well with therapy. Also, it's okay. So let's think depression. Okay, let's think major depressive disorder. This will disrupt a person's entire way of life. And so there is something really serious there that needs to be addressed. There's something really serious there that needs to be addressed. Also, that person will recognize that something's wrong with them. They're depressed, right? So they'll want to go out and seek help. And it's incredibly common, okay? So these 3 things, incredibly common. The patient will want to be treated for it. And it has incredibly destabilizing effects on your life, right? These 3 things make a perfect disorder in psychiatry to treat and to research, right? NPD, it's by and large can be beneficial. It can be beneficial to your life in terms of career, in terms of monetarily in superficial ways, okay? Although it might hurt with building relationships. Or the people with NPD, I think, can have perfectly well-fulfilling kind of relationships and social dynamics. It just might not be as rich as other people, but they don't really care about that. They actively do not think anything is wrong with them. They do not want to go to a therapist about this, and even if they do, they are historically, they're notorious for not following up with treatment, okay? And also, it's not that common. It's not that common. There are estimates, they vary wildly. And they vary wildly because does somebody have narcissistic traits? Or could they actually be diagnosed with NPD, right? Why am I saying this? The people talking online about what it's like to have NPD may or may not have NPD. And if they do, they might have a very, very unique experience with it and a very, very odd version of it because they are people who can accept that they have a fundamental character flaw. They're a person with narcissistic personality disorder who can admit that they have a fundamental personality flaw. These are already atypical individuals. If you read stuff online, you're going to get confused between what he's a narcissist, oh, she's a narcissist, versus this person suffers from NPD. This is an incredibly difficult mental health condition to talk about. It's even harder to talk about responsibly, never mind accurately. And Nerd City is not competent enough to do this. He is swimming in a lake of Dunning-Kruger right now. Fuck me.
Face.
I wanted it. I wanted to be like them.
We get it. Her life.
How do you for example, how do you disentangle this from the natural human inclination to adapt to social environments by seeing things that other people do and kind of acting in accordance with it, right? You see people who are like in a competence hierarchy, right? At work, your bosses, at school, teachers, popular kids, right? And fitting in. Maybe you hang out with them a lot and you take an aspect of their personality. So far as I'm aware, this is not a major nor a minor criterion for diagnosing NPD. You've just thrown it in here because it's like, oh, this person with narcissistic personality disorder says that they have this, and they attribute it to their NPD. And fucking SSSniperwolf also seems to have this character trait. So I'll just throw it in my fucking video. Fucking retarded.
Laugh is cute.
I believe there's a theory that people with NPD actually have insane, depressed, and self-loathing. So that's the difference between, is it overt and covert narcissists? So it's split into two different types. So far as you talk about clinically, those are the two types of NPD. If you go into the research, there is way more types. So like malignant narcissists or melancholic narcissists, I believe is another one. There's loads of different types. And in terms of research, they're useful. But as soon as you get to the clinical side, it's not, the diagnostic framework just isn't there. So yeah.
We all want a cute laugh, but we can't always have a cute laugh. So go and steal a cute laugh.
I was like, damn, I like that about this person. So I would study them and take on their personality characteristic.
You're literally taking it from a fucking TikTok mental health advocate or influencer or whatever. Completely retarded. I didn't like this video. I feel like people, there's also a dynamic where people with like antisocial personality disorder, what used to be called like, psychopathy, right? And also narcissistic personality disorder. These are by and large, by society, just seen as like bad people, right? If you want to find the evil people, we found them. With medical science, we found them, right? But it's not that simple. And I feel like people, because they feel like, these are the bad people, these are the evil people, right? They suddenly feel like they can talk about it any way they want with almost like reckless abandon, right? Because it's like, who cares how I talk about this anyway? These are the bad people. These are the murderers. These are the sociopaths. These are, but yeah.
I'm not entirely sure that any of my personality traits are earnestly unique.
So this is from another person called Nameless Narcissist.
To me.
Hey guys, I'm SSSniperwolf.
In this world.
Also, you've got a problem here because you're trying to diagnose somebody as a narcissist, not blamed on conversations that you're having with them in person, videos that they're posting online. Not only videos they're posting online, videos they're posting online clearly in a persona. Clinically, I'd say this is next to useless. I'm saying that with the preface, okay, that I'm not a clinician, and this is not my area, okay? I know I've said about, like,
Nate
PhD
tipped
stuff
$5
before. This
through
is not my
Super
area.
Chat.
This is not my area,
Worse,
to be clear.
by emulating personality disorders, can you effectively create its equivalent within your psyche? Online slay culture rewards Munchausen.
That's an interesting point. I've heard people say that. I've not seen anything reported on that. It seems plausible, and in terms of how I think about it, it's like, yeah, I'm sure that could happen. I feel like I've seen people for whom that has happened, but I don't know. Possibly, I could say that as like yeah, sure. I could accept that's possibly a thing. I'm just not sure.
There are details like this that.
Also, I doubt people talking about this have the credentials to diagnose people anyway. Yeah, so be responsible to try and make the case for somebody having a disorder without talking to them. Yeah, I mean, even when people do, okay, you might see, I forget who the guy is. I remember him. I remember when he was a teeny tiny shitter. He had like 5k subscribers, and now he has like millions and millions. And every video he gets like, millions of views. But he starts out by basically saying like, listen, I'm not diagnosing this person. I'm saying the diagnosis that I might give in a case similar to this, right? So even a clinician would say, I really wish I knew the guy's name. He's kind of bald. Dr. Grande, that's the one. Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody has picked up on yet. It's just been kind of hiding there in plain sight. Every time we do a video like this where there's a...
This is my area to some degree. I have a nursing degree and worked in behavioral health wings. I'm not qualified to make a diagnosis, but I do have some level of competence. You're spitting. Thank you.
Channel that's made thousands of videos. It turns out that there's all these incredible things.
Here's the thing as well. So I could imagine that, right? But What makes a difficulty that somebody has, right? Something that might be difficult in somebody's life versus what we would call a mental health disorder, right? If it's purely behavioral, something that somebody's emulating from like an online thing, that can be changed purely by changing the media they're interested in, right? If they don't watch that media anymore, if they move to a different content diet, that might completely disappear. Whereas somebody with a genuine mental health disorder, that's intractable to a certain extent. I know there's some controversy with personality disorders and whether they're completely, like, they're incurable or whether they're intractable. There's been some recent work that has shown that some of them can be, or that they're previously thought not to be. But then it kind of goes into what you even mean by cured, to cure a personality disorder. Anyway, but yeah, for my 2 cents, I think unless you need severe clinical therapy to resolve an issue, I don't think I'd be comfortable calling it a disorder. But like I say, it's not my area, so I'm not sure.
That sometimes explain a little more about the person or explain more than we would want to know.
You know, when he takes a poop, he brings me into the toilet and he refuses to flush or get off the toilet until I smell it, and I have to inhale.
Dude, I'm fucking
the type
eating.
Of successful YouTubers that Evan and Leah were aiming to clone has shifted dramatically over the years. Currently, the 2 types of internet celebrity that she embodies on YouTube are a TikTok reaction channel.
A lot of personalities can go into remission, BPD. Now, this is the difficulty, okay? Because BPD, from what I've heard, and from what I've read, to be fair, because I've done a little bit of reading into some of the literature, whether BPD is curable is incredibly contentious. I think, from what I've read in the literature, by and large, it isn't curable. It isn't curable. You will have it to some degree for the rest of your life. It's part of your personality. It's like a core unresolvable part of like the way your brain is structured, and your brain would like deal with things. Can it go into remission? Yes. But is remission a cure? Is that issue then resolved? Do you know what I mean? That's the difficulty. What's the difference? Yeah, I mean, Nate puts it well. There's a difference between a condition being coped with, going into remission, and then being cured. And especially when we talk about mental health, and like psychological issues, it gets 10 times more complicated because to a certain extent we're not dealing with like a real like flesh material, you know. If somebody has a tumor, you can point to the tumor. If somebody has like depression, BPD, borderline, point to the borderline. You know what I mean? It's a lot difficult.
She's just been reacting. She's not even reacting.
And a beauty and style guru, typically using herself as the guinea pig or as the model. The premise is, do as I do if you want to get this look.
How to make your finger into a chicken wing.
Unfortunately for viewers expecting to learn some of the secrets to her success, she always keeps her real advantages close to her chest.
Can we just stop and look at this skin filter real quick?
As you can see by the type of fans who show up to speak with her, her current demographic is predominantly young women.
It's SSSniperwolf!
She shows off a look and a lifestyle that's easy to admire.
I like her because the way she looks. Yikes, that's what's wrong with role models these days.
And so naturally, they're more willing to listen to what she has to say.
Why does she talk like this with a lobotomy? It's true. I feel like it's like, there's a certain like, I think a lot of it's aesthetic. I think if you were to speak to her in real life, she wouldn't speak like this. Personally, I think this is all like content creator persona. Personally. But
anyone could be famous. All you gotta do is be a piece of shit. Work hard and contribute to society.
I've played back drafts of this video and thought to myself,
I'm being too critical.
This is pretty abrasive in some spots.
People rather have pencil-thin lips than a second butthole on their face.
The worst descriptions for the things that you see on screen are leaking from Sniperwolf's second butthole, you see.
Oh, sick bird! Oh, God.
I'm gonna want to finish my
She can be
food soon.
pretty cruel when she's talking about other people.
I'm gonna eat quick.
Girl, the only time a guy is gonna pull you is out of a dumpster or out of the ocean or out of fishing line. Cause he thought you were a damn fish.
There were plenty of spots where I could just arrange it in a way that it does the talking for me and goes farther than I would.
She said it, not me. I'ma just let the woman speak, okay? This woman is wild. Honey, you ain't just a clown, you the whole circus.
Since there's so much material, what I found myself doing a lot of times was cropping out the people who she was referring to and then reusing the clip in a way where it sounds like she's criticizing her own content.
There's a portal that leads to another dimension on the very top of his scalp.
So if you see her like in the corner of her own video, that's something I did in editing.
The hair around it is simply protecting the portal.
And if the portal to Sniperwolf's profoundly antisocial personality never pulled you or your kids into it yet,
She's basically a psychopath.
then the way that I'm remixing this content might seem like, wow, Sniperwolf's really self-aware. No,
it is yummy.
Quite the opposite, actually.
Girl, it's a daily struggle to laugh when your face got that much plastic in it. Oh girl, that's rich coming from you.
So that's an example of one of my edits where she says what we're thinking, and in the rest of the video, hopefully it's pretty simple. When she's speaking in first person, she's probably talking about herself. And if she uses second person like that, or third person...
Why is he doing this? Okay. He's doing this, I don't even understand why. I mean, the hope is that through like a brief, you know, just through visual cues, you would understand this. I don't fucking know.
Person, then she was probably making a nasty comment about somebody else. And one of the things she correctly indicates about herself is that she often records videos with messy hair.
No, I do not comb my hair. And my ponytail does not want to cooperate.
The excuse she gives for the current state of her hair can vary.
My hair is a mess because I spilled soup on it, okay?
It's usually that it's been over a week or potentially even a month sometimes since she washed it or brushed it or styled it.
He did this in his last video. He's explaining it again because he released his last video like 2 decades ago, so...
Friends, it's me with the messy hair. It's been like weeks since I did anything to my hair, but months since I personally styled my hair.
So hang on. How do you get a smelly narcissist who discusses their dirtiness openly?
Dusty, crusty hair YouTuber who really needs a bath. It's only, I would say...
I think he does hate reactors, but so long as they don't add anything. I feel like I've added a good amount already, but this is like 3 days ago now, so I don't give a fuck.
A little unhealthy. I'm making it seem worse. This is a mess that Dr. Phil needs to clean up.
Not all narcissists are the same. They don't all express it the same, and they've recognized this covert narcissism.
Dr. Phil, excuse me, sir. You go on to the ranch if you can't explain what's going on here.
Basically, I think there are 4 types of narcissism: the classic, malignant, communal, and covert.
Some of them...
Okay. Oh, I don't like this. Dr. Phil, no! He hasn't been a trained clinician in years.
I think there are 4 types of narcissism: the classic, malignant, communal, and covert.
So classic, malignant, communal, and covert. I think by classic, he might be overt, and then covert, yeah. But malignant and communal, those are not clinical terms. Those are not clinical terms. Those are research terms.
Some of the most cited and respected...
I mean, the problem is, as well, malignant narcissism is genuinely, like, a really, really interesting topic, right? But let's imagine. So we've got, like, let's do this in, like, blue, right? We've got narcissism here, right? And let's say we've got antisocial personality disorder, what would usually be called, like, you know, a sociopath, right? And let's say we've got a patient who has these 2 versions, right? They've got both disorders, but they have a little bit of a crossover, right? And they start to produce, like, behaviors. They start to produce some behaviors. Gonna use a different symbol, right? They start to produce new behaviors which are not typical of either narcissistic personality disorder or antisocial personality disorder, but they are incredibly common with people who have both disorders. Let's say 100%, right? Let's say 100%. So like 1% of people who have narcissistic personality disorder will have like these, right? Maybe 1% of people who have antisocial personality disorder will have these, but 100% of people who have both of these then show these effects, right? At this point, is this just a synergistic effect between 2 kind of like, you know, between 2 fundamentally unrelated diagnoses? Or is it fair now to call this its own disorder or its own version of narcissism, right? You know what I mean? That's basically the debate. But yeah, so that's basically malignant narcissistic personality disorder explained in like 5 seconds.
Research on narcissistic personalities has empirically verified at least 3 subtypes of narcissism, and that list has been expanding as new studies. Most cited and respected research on narcissistic personalities has empirically
research
verified at least 3 subtypes.
No. We don't reach diagnoses empirically.
Of narcissism, and that list has been expanding as new studies suggest the existence of more. Although not yet adopted by the DSM, these theories are nevertheless making their way into some modern curricula, as well as into the type of pop psychology that you're most likely to encounter listening to podcasts or watching TV.
Yeah, bullshit.
As we just heard, Sniperwolf's favorite former clinical psychologist, Dr. Phil, currently references 4 in his informational content.
But people also talk about the hypervigilant, the overt.
He's not a clinician anymore. Now, why is that important? There is absolutely no responsibility upon him to carry on, like, studying the literature. A lot of this research has happened recently. How long ago did he get his license revoked? The
sexual, the oblivious. I tend to stick with the big 4. The classic, the malignant, the covert, and the communal.
The UCLA professor, author, and licensed psychologist, Dr. Ramani.
Yeah, her videos are great.
Cites an increasing number of subtypes in her work and her lectures, and now sometimes teaches up to 8.
All the subtypes of narcissism that you find online, like the 11 types of narcissism, malignant, covert, that stuff was not taught to us.
Some psychologists, like Dr. Ramani, now believe that we should get away from...
Yeah, malignant won't be taught to you, because that's a research term. It's only used in research literature. It's not used in clinical practice. Okay. The term covert should be
calling it a personality disorder, and instead discuss it as a personality style.
I don't give a...
Wait, she's a licensed clinical psychologist. Does she even have the credentials to be able to talk about this? I don't think so.
Rat's ass about narcissistic personality disorder. I really don't. I don't even think it should be a thing. And this whole NPD thing has confused and muddied the waters on such an important conversation.
Facts.
And more people waste time screaming and yelling about, how dare you diagnose someone with narcissism? You have no right to diagnose them, blah, blah, blah.
Based.
You're not...
Serious person. This is a serious person.
You got dicked. Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Nate tipped $5 through Super Chat. Dr. Phil, and those stars, remind me of SCXY Vegan. What a loon.
Sexy vegan. Yes, dude. Yeah, he's literally like playing somebody's video who he already agrees with, who he's found that, can literally just like, boom, give his opinion. And then he's like...
Based. Yeah, correct. Oh, she's so right here. She is cooking. She ate and left no crumbs right here.
It's so fucking cringe.
Diagnosing them. And it's no different than calling someone stubborn or introverted
retarded
or agreeable or antagonistic. It's just a description. That word,
that's not true.
Narcissism, was just only a descriptive word until the cabal of the DSM decided.
The cabal of the DSM. Depression was just a word before the cabal of the DSM. Anxiety was just a word before the cabal of the DSM. Disassociated was just a word before the cabal of the DSM. Yes, retard. Based. I hate this guy.
To codify it and toss it onto a diagnosis, which actually made no sense. To create a diagnostic typology around something that really doesn't have an evidence base of...
Wait, didn't this guy 5 minutes ago talk about how clinical psychology and the newest research is empirically verifying several new subtypes? And now he's what? Affirming somebody who believes that the disorder shouldn't even be a thing. Hold on.
Types of narcissism, the
narcissistic personalities.
Communal and covert.
Some of the most cited and respected research on narcissistic personalities has empirically verified at least 3 subtypes of narcissism. And that list has...
Oh, okay. Has it?
Diagnosis, which actually made no sense. To create a diagnostic typology around something that really doesn't have an evidence base of effective treatment nor these folks who are like this would ever come into treatment.
Facts.
And it's actually a personality style that results in people making more money and being more successful at online dating and being more likely to be your boss.
So true. Everything I've done.
Yeah, he spent his entire video calling her a narcissist, but now it seems like he's like laying it up to be like, actually, when I called her a narcissist, I was referring to the personality type, as according to Dr. Brrrah, not according to the diagnostic criterion, despite the fact that I bring up the diagnostic criterion and the fact that, you know, when I use evidence to prove that she's a narcissist, I'm using evidence that's talking about the diagnostic criterion, not the personality type.
Virtually has been a tremendous success. I'm really rich.
Does it really make sense to diagnose that pattern?
America married a psychopathic narcissist, so now what?
You're fired.
I mean, listen, it's a bit of a stretch. That's why we're using it more as an adjective, because I think his behavior is incredibly consistent with narcissism.
You got dicked. Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Nate tipped $5 through Super Chat. Never trust a clinician who gets her couch at Ashley's Furniture. She has either no discernment or no money.
Thank you for the 5, Nate. Very true. Okay, so he's differentiating here narcissistic personality disorder from pathological narcissism. What does pathological mean? Involved or caused by a physical or mental disease. Involved or caused by a physical or mental disease. Sure.
Resonates with me, and it seems to make a whole lot more sense than going through NPD, especially when you try to understand.
I'm getting into this video now. Fuck the gameplay. I'm tossing the gameplay away. I'm getting full. I'm fully baked in. I'm fully bought into this. Fuck. This video is so dog shit. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's talking about this so fucking irresponsibly. He's a glup shito fucking know nothing cunt. And he thinks he can talk about all these fucking topics because he's big brain. And he's watched one fucking YouTuber who, like, apparently has, like, clinical guidelines, but he hasn't read any, clearly hasn't read any fucking, like, peer-reviewed, like, meta-reviews of the fucking literature currently. He's listening to fucking Dr. Phil, who doesn't even have a fucking license. I think I just got the intro for the video. Okay.
And all of these different proposed subtypes of narcissism. Although it seems like the subtypes would be describing different types of narcissistic personalities, what they're better suited for is describing distinct looking strategies for getting narcissistic supply.
Proof? Proof? That's a huge fucking claim. It's not a subtype of a disorder. It's just strategies. You don't think clinicians have thought about this? When we talk about histrionic personality disorder, right? Histrionic personality disorder, where people are, like, basically attention-seeking with, like, wild emotional displays, right? There are different strategies that people will employ then. Have the clinicians been so stupid? Have the clinicians been so stupid as to diagnose every particular strategy as its own distinct subtype? No. No. It's just recognizes different strategies. What a fucking retard, dude.
So in Street Fighter terms, the subcategories aren't the characters, they're the moves.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
You might think of them as the default moves that any character can do. Another way to think about it would be that the goal is the same, but the tactics vary. And it would seem to explain some contradictions that otherwise make your head spin, such as when...
No, the goals are not the same. The goals are not the same. Even if we take the two subtypes that are, like, diagnostically relevant in a clinical setting, overt and covert narcissism, one of them is trying to be, the root of one of them is literally in having an incredibly low self-esteem, an incredibly, like, depressive attitude, and you're trying to be narcissistic to shield and to self-soothe from that. One of them is literally just, you think you're God. You think you're, like, amazing. This isn't a cope. This isn't a cope for you. You genuinely have these behaviors because you genuinely think you're God. These are not the same motivations at all. And this is what justifies its own unique subtype. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And it's so fucking frustrating that he's going to sit there and think he can create a fucking educational video on what the fuck NPD is and isn't. He's having experts here to give directly contradictory fucking statements, and he's not going to address it. The woman who is speaking insanely fucking radically about these topics in things that I guarantee. I don't know if she does research. Doesn't seem like she does. She could never get those opinions published. She could never get those opinions published. Never.
Someone behaving narcissistically suddenly switches the way that they describe themselves in the middle of a sentence.
My hair looks ratchet. It's actually really.
Yes, dude. Sexy vegan. Sexy vegan. Let me pull up this fucking clip. I'm pulling up the fucking clip. This is a guy. Now, I'm not saying, okay, I don't even have the credentials. Never mind the knowledge to diagnose people, okay? I'm not gonna claim to do that. But if we take a look at these behaviors, we can maybe use this as like maybe a demonstrative piece for what somebody who has overt narcissistic personality disorder might look like, okay? Just imagine you're gonna have to assume that this guy has no depression. This guy is not molding up like an internal like sense of low self-esteem, okay? This guy thinks he's like God.
I am the beautiful vegan messiah. I'm liberating over 70 billion pigs in cages so small they cannot move for years. Okay? I got 9.9 out of 10.
So yeah, like grandiose desires, but fully believing them. It's not a cope to like resolve an internal like sense of low self-esteem.
After 327 women rated me, let's see your talent. Let's see your talent, you ugly piece of.
Okay, stop. Hey, look at me.
Let's
look
see
at
your
me.
talent.
No, hey. No, you need to look at me.
I don't have to do.
Yeah, I wish I had that self-confidence as well.
Really gross. I haven't washed my hair in over a week. It doesn't really look like it. I mean, it looks like I just went to sleep, but don't I look so sophisticated right now?
A narcissistic person can literally flip from vulnerable to grandiose in the same sentence.
Why does it look like this? Why can't I have a cute ponytail like everybody else? Oh wait, it looked cute for a split second.
Within the subtypes, the core features remain intact. So fantasies about unlimited success, unlimited power,
Bing, 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 bing.
their own brilliance.
One of the great memories of all time.
But when it comes to the actual social strategies for getting those things, that's where the subtypes might offer additional insights. Grandiose narcissism is defined by its most conspicuous behaviors, like a person who flat out tells you that they're the best and that they deserve the best.
Who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you.
What would you want your Secret Service code name to be?
Humble.
Also, it's completely retarded. Like I brought up sexy vegan. Dude, I didn't even realize. I swear to God, I did not pre-watch this, okay? I did not pre-watch this. When I brought up sexy vegan, I'm bringing him up and saying, I'm not saying this guy has narcissistic personality disorder. This is how they might act. This might be a good reason to illustrate it. We have no reason to think that Kanye West has narcissistic personality disorder. He has bipolar. We know he's been diagnosed with that. Somebody with bipolar during a hypermanic episode might seem like someone with MPD because they've got this huge grandiose sense of self. But that's not the same. Dude, okay.
Around the most recent presidential election, I saw a lot of posts about how Trump will make fun of himself.
Trump making fun of himself. Classic, laughing until crying.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, folks. I'm Donald Trump.
Trump has been willing to go on SNL,
Call me on the cell phone.
play himself in comedies, and he'll even cooperate with an impersonator if it's reinforcing certain positive associations.
Go ahead. You're fired.
Like that he's iconic, rich, tough, and desired by beautiful women.
You know, you look much richer in person.
He'll even play the fool if he thinks the laugh comes at how absurd it is to imagine him differently, like that he's poor, not famous, weak, or less desirable. So while that appears like he's not taking himself seriously, or that it's some sort of humility, the joke is a big compliment. By laughing at the absurdity of the premise, it reinforces his high status in categories that people do admire. He's prompting what would be a flattering thought.
You're the most amazing guy. You're brilliant. You're handsome. You're rich. You have everything going. The world is waiting for you to be president. So why are you hosting Saturday Night Live? Why? I have really nothing better to do.
Like that joke from the 2016 primary.
Yeah, he's got a big ego. Sorry, is a big ego enough to be able to diagnose NPD now? Come on, man. This is like got to be a fucking textbook example. This has got to be a fucking textbook example of armchair psychology. This is fucking retarded. From a guy who doesn't even own a fucking armchair. to be able to postulate from. He doesn't have the background from this. He hasn't quoted a single paper in this. He's quoted Dr. Phil in a video he's made, and then a few YouTubers. Even if you were to read the literature, there are so many terms of art in there that will have a colloquial meaning and will have a specific clinical meaning. You will not understand. Don't talk about it. It's that simple. You can make this video criticizing SSniperwolf for not showering. SSniperwolf doesn't shower. You can make this Why dive into this topic? Why dive into medical issues? Why dive into psychological mental health? Why? You don't need to. You don't need to. Why dive into psychological disorders? Why dive into mental health?
When Trump said his code name should be humble and everybody laughs, it's because the listener instantly goes, wait a minute, what do you mean humble? Don't you have giant gold hotels with your name on them and everything's about being the best? So even though it resembles humility or self-awareness, it's actually validation to the brand that he's built around his name. Like, wouldn't it be silly if in another reality I ran...
There's a lot to criticize SSniperwolf on with that diagnoser. Well, unfortunately, he already did that. Yeah, he's already done that for like 96 minutes. So now we're at this, I suppose.
And a chicken stand or something. Like, that's the kind of joke he'll participate in, because it doesn't call into question anything about the validity of what you're supposed to think about him. It just calls attention to his reputation for the opposite. The self-deprecating humor and the appearance of humility is much more palatable and can be even more effective for getting validation than surface-level, straight-on bragging.
No, I know, but there's more humility than you would think. Believe me. I think I am actually humble. I think I'm much more humble than you would understand.
A whole bunch of theoreticians, Pincus, Akhtar, Roningstam, and many others would argue then that narcissistic people, all narcissistic people, will have all four themes running. The covert grandiosity, the covert...
You got dicked. Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Nate tipped $5 through Super Chat. I wonder what Nerdcore's self-righteousness, self-assuredness, and obstinacy say about him? Especially coupled with his ego and exit from his podcast.
Fragile sense of self. Fragile sense of self. Absolutely acerbic to criticism.
Grandiosity and overt vulnerability.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
It's making my head hurt. Smash like if head hurts.
An easy way to think about these subtypes and how the same person might embody different ones from moment to moment would be to think about bragging versus humble bragging. Unless you were born yesterday, you know that both tactics really have the same goal. Basically, it feels good if you brag and then everyone agrees, and if you try to put yourself down but nobody agrees. So the bragging would be a form of overt or grandiose narcissism, and humble bragging being a form of covert narcissism.
Okay, I mean, we can do the exact same thing. Let's do the same thing with Nerd City. Go on then. Wait, am I logged in on my research account? No. Okay. Let's have a look. Diagnostic criterion. Okay. You have to have at least 5 of the following. Have a grandiose sense of self-importance, such as exaggerating achievements and talents, especially to be recognized as superior, even without commensurate achievements. Preoccupation with fantasies of success, power, beauty, idealization. We haven't got that. You could argue that potentially in thinking that, like, he's the guy to take down, what's his name? J-Station. And, like, other people like that. Believe in being special, that they can only be understood by or associated with other high-status individuals. I mean, I've seen that, especially in the fucking Bo Black stuff. Demanding excessive admiration. Yep, podcast drama. Sense of entitlement, podcast drama. Exploitation behaviors. I don't think so. Lack of empathy. I don't think so. Envy towards others, or belief that others are envious towards them. I'm pretty sure that I have seen that, but who knows? I'm sure I could find a clip if I had a look. Arrogant, haughty behaviors and attitudes. I think we got them. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, nice. Diagnosed. Dude, it's so fucking stupid.
Don't you want to know what I do?
No.
And so
we're now pulling up movie clips.
Narcissistic personality might use either one in a conversation, depending what type of feedback they're getting, depending which one is getting them more validation.
Do you want a bite?
I'm on a diet.
Seems a bit much. No, okay. I'm joking. I'm not saying that it's unironically. like I'm diagnosing with MPD or whatever, okay? I'm not saying that unironically I think he would be diagnosed with MPD. I doubt it, okay? Or at the very least, I'll say I don't know. The point is, it's very, very easy to do stuff like this when you don't understand the terms, or you have kind of a loose weave kind of interpretation of exactly what the terms mean, and you want to pull from like clips that they've posted about like a public persona, like on YouTube. Okay, dude. Not you? Okay. It was probably good to clarify anyway. Henry Resilient, how's it going, mate?
But thank you.
You're kidding, right? You look great. Very fit.
You can always be thinner, look better.
Somatic narcissism, and more traditionally, grandiose narcissism, both place an excessive importance on things like beauty and strength and fashion and other superficial details that people will admire. And that can present itself like a hyperfixation on grooming.
All people with psychopathy are narcissistic.
I believe in taking care of myself.
Sorry.
Will admire. And that can present itself like a hyperfixation on grooming.
All people with psychopathy are narcissistic.
I believe in...
So, if you don't know, that's the person that, if you're just joining, he quoted earlier to seemingly base a lot of his opinions that he's going to use for this video on. So, everybody who exhibits psychopathy is narcissistic. Psychopathy isn't a clinical term, but no, not everybody with antisocial personality disorder, which is the modern term, it also exhibits narcissistic personality disorder traits. That's just not true.
Even taking care of myself.
A movie scene that might come to mind.
This video was not well received, but Nerd City was always cool with me. I mean, I'm fine with the guy, right? I've got no issues with the guy personally. This video is dog shit. The worst part of his previous videos on Sniper Wolf is when he dives into this like pop psychology fucking armchair psychologist like diagnostic shit, talking about narcissistic personality disorder. And now for this, he's quoted not a single study, not a single like clinical resource. He's quoted YouTubers and Dr. Phil.
As an example, is Patrick Bateman's morning
trash,
regimen.
innit?
How meticulous he is with all of his different products and soaps and the ways that he keeps himself looking perfect. So if this is the subcategory of narcissism that you're most familiar with, then at first, some of these details about Sniper Wolf's hygiene don't seem to fit.
In the shower, I use a water-activated gel cleanser.
Last place I need to do a video is in the shower. I'm scared the shampoo bottles are gonna see me embarrass myself.
Don't just stare.
Yeah, it's tough to diagnose somebody based on what they post on YouTube. Sniper Wolf is a character. Yeah, that's the thing. You're getting a small, selected insight into what they see, which is going to be, entertaining. And it's all persona. So, also, he hasn't got any of the skills to diagnose this, nor the knowledge to diagnose this. Because obviously, a researcher would have the knowledge, but not the skills, and, potentially vice versa. Well, no, actually. A clinician you would expect to have both, but, it can sometimes not. People can have the skills to be able to treat these things and not necessarily have the knowledge to be able to diagnose them. There are, differences there. Just keep in mind her husband wrote her scripts also. Yeah. He's got none of the knowledge, and he's, working with a fundamentally, retarded fucking basis.
At it, eat it.
Also, yeah, I do want to say, I do love your work, Henry. Especially being able to, publish, resources and stuff. So, yeah, sorry. I should have said that. I think it's the first time I've seen you in a chat, so, yeah.
However, if you're already familiar with covert narcissism, or even if you...
What was that?
However, if you're already familiar with covert narcissism, or even if you're just deep into Kardashian lore, then some of the details might in fact sound very familiar.
I have some things that are kind of interesting I want to run.
Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Master Mark tipped $4.99 through Super Chat. Man, remember when Nerd City got mad at Blows Blacks for hanging out in a cave? Super cool.
Yeah, I do remember that. I also remember when he got annoyed because, after he'd posted video, Bo Blacks, made a tweet about it and just said, oh, I don't think this aspect is correct, is it? And then he's like, I've got important people to speak to after I dropped this video, okay? I had important people to speak to, and he's just slowing down the whole process, replying to me on Twitter. Okay, dude.
Run by you, and you tell me if they're true or false.
Going days without showering, multiple days without brushing her teeth, and washing only her feet every night before bed are also curious behaviors that Kim Kardashian is known for.
You wash your feet every night?
What is the point of this? So, Kim Kardashian also drinks water. Is everybody who drinks water a narcissist? Can you point to anywhere, anything, to say that people who don't brush their teeth for a long period of time, or don't shower for a lot, are narcissists? Or are you saying, oh, here's a person that, of course, we all know they have MPD. Of course, I mean, we all know that Kim Kardashian has MPD, and she also has this stuff, so it's not necessarily exclusionary, you know? It's not exclusionary criteria. We don't even know if she has MPD. Entire video just trying to argue, oh, fuck me.
Before getting into bed?
I do.
Well,
these disorders are also incredibly rare. It depends. It's a lot more rare in women. I believe, off the top of my head, I think it's 5 times less common in women than it is men. And like a lot of psychological disorders, exactly how this manifests in women may well be different. I'm pretty sure it would be. And also, it's not a very well-studied psychological disorder. So, yeah.
Very good to see you. Thank you for coming and for answering all these very important questions.
This is legit. This person actually has this problem. I'm a doctor with a PhD in psychology.
I want you to clean your vagina.
Hygiene in extremes is associated with both ends of grandiosity versus vulnerability. So on the one side of the spectrum, you might see extraordinary investments of time and money into
Associated by who? Can you show me anything? How long has he spent on this retarded fucking video? I mean, if this was just a slop commentary, whatever, I wouldn't really care.
You got dicked.
A year.
Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Nate tipped $3 through Super Chat. Because women are too neurotic.
Thank you, Nate. That's a silly point, possibly intended as a joke, but that is also something that you would actually need to take into consideration. Women do score higher on average on the neuroticism, on neuroticism tests. So yes, you would need to take that into account when you go ahead and want to diagnose them with these kind of disorders. Yeah. But he spent a fucking year on this. I mean, he's well regarded for having these incredibly well researched, incredibly good like video essays, and this is frankly dog shit. I'd at least like one fucking paper for like one of these claims, one time, just once, please. Dude.
Associated with both ends of grandiosity versus vulnerability. So on the one side of the spectrum, you might see extraordinary investments of time and money into optimizing their physical appearance, you know, soaking up the maximum amount of admiration possible. But then on the other end, total negligence in some aspects of hygiene. A degree of self-neglect that starts to negatively impact the comfort of people around them, or that even becomes an imposition on people's senses. This is a pattern that's been associated with covert narcissism, neglectful narcissism, and cerebral narcissism.
Cerebral narcissist often doesn't shower because...
I've literally never heard the term cerebral narcissism. Okay. I've never heard the term cerebral narcissism, and I've tried to read into the literature on this before, because it's associated with work I've done, like, academically. Cerebral... And to be clear, this is not my area of expertise. Oh, I know, I have. If I type in a direct quote, includes, so there's, my search for cerebral narcissistic personality disorder did not match any search results on Google Scholar. Okay, so there's no papers called that. Let's see if I can get an inclusion. Advanced search with this exact phrase. Yeah, search anywhere in the article. Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to say?
Because they're so focused on what's inside their head that they're not really as cognizant of the...
Angie Watkinson. Let's have a look at who the fuck this Angie Watkinson retard is. Oh, sorry, Angie Atkinson, pardon me.
This video was created based on...
You got dicked. Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Nate tipped $3 through Super Chat. Based on his name, Deekers has phallic narcissism.
Thank you, Nate. I do, it's true. Well, is it narcissism if it's true? You are more powerful than you know. Thrive, survive, and evolve with narcissistic abuse recovery support from certified life coach, author, wow, and survivor, Angela Atkins. Oh, she's a recognized expert, is she? Where? All I can see here is she's a certified life coach.
The world around them as they need to be.
Since dirtiness is not...
AKA hack fraud, yeah. AKA fucking pop psychology slop tuber.
Something that most people admire, or let's say it presents a challenge to brag about it.
I want a bath. I'm so dusty now.
Criticism for an intentional self-neglect might be disarmed with a preemptive acknowledgement and with at least the appearance of humility.
I need a bath. I'm so dirty.
If you want to know which type you're dealing with, cock your ears.
It's not.
How? What the fuck is this?
To know
how narcissist uses technology to enslave you. How narcissist uses technology to enslave you. Oh, brother, come on. This is retarded, dude. This is actually fucking retarded. Shmuel Sam Vaknik is an Israeli writer and professor of psychology and business studies. Psychology and business studies. This is nothing to do with psychological research into, like, psychological disorders, okay? This is a completely different subfield. He was the last editor-in-chief of the now defunct political news site Global Politician and runs a private website about narcissistic personality disorder. He is a professor. Completely fucking irrelevant to this, though.
which type you're dealing with, cock your ears.
Listen, that title is... That title, it doesn't even make sense. How narcissist uses technology to enslave you. This is really the fucking thing you're fucking citing for this.
To know which type you're dealing with, cock your ears.
It's not every day I take a shower.
Listen well.
I said I don't take a shower every day. This is like a big thing for me. Like...
Some narcissists are not hygienic at all.
When they take showers, those showers are very, very quick.
People trying to take a shower...
Dude.
All.
When they take...
We're citing fucking TikToks. This is our citation. A fucking TikTok. Yeah, I agree, Joji. You should fucking delete this video. This is dog shit. This is genuinely fucking embarrassing.
Showers. Those showers are very, very quick.
People trying to take a shower, you trying to do it quick.
It's like, how could you be fully clean in 5 minutes?
Time to wash my own hair. I'm like, done.
Unclean.
Some narcissists, essentially cerebral ones, do not take good care of themselves. Narcissists, essentially cerebral ones, do not...
Certified clinical trauma specialist. Abuse recovery. I mean, literally, unless this guy is quoting a fucking resource, do not take him seriously. What the fuck? He's literally... Dude. The amount of ethics that is involved with people who do have the training, doctors, clinicians, actually talking about this is insane. And, you know, these fucking retards who can go and spout off whatever they fucking want about, oh, narcissists and hygiene. Some narcissists don't shower. Do you have a fucking study to fucking base this on? Because people are going to take this with... retards, frankly, are going to take this as if you're saying something with an air of fucking credibility. When you have none, you're pulling this out your fucking arse.
Take good care of themselves.
Revoke his fucking certification. I mean, it sounds silly, but it's like, if you're gonna speak that fucking loosely about it, do you deserve to be in that fucking position where you can put yourself forward with your fucking credentials and then spout fucking bullshit?
They do not regularly shower.
A lot of them. I'm hearing from a lot of my clients. They're narcissists.
Trace Faceit. Who the fuck is this person? I'm hearing from a lot of my clients. This is her website. Oh, she's got something for a band on here. About, contact, home store, beauty, vlog and chat. Societal narcissism is a worldwide pandemic. I'm hearing from a lot of my clients. What's societal narcissism? Right, she's quoting the fucking Bible.
Just won't shower for like...
I'm hearing from many people. Many people are saying this. Many people are saying this.
Days on end.
Some narcissists have poor hygiene habits.
Some people have poor hygiene habits. Some people have poor hygiene habits. This is not a narcissism thing. This is a people thing.
And this is typical of a covert narcissist.
They do not take showers regularly.
The covert narcissist would precede this kind of misconduct or misbehavior with a disclaimer. Disclaimer of authenticity, humility, pseudo-humility.
And the worst thing is, this fucking retard is fucking chipping and chopping up even these retarded fucking videos by these fucking retards. He's chipping and chopping them up so that I can't even tell if the original context even makes sense anymore. You should delete this video. He's lost all fucking credibility. He's just a fucking retard. Nerd City is a fucking retard, dude. Come on, man. How the fuck does this guy get fucking credibility? I have got no fucking clue. Fuck this guy. Complete retard. Worthless opinion.
Fake humility.
Congratulations! Leah took a shower. Yay! She doesn't smell like moss anymore.
When Sniperwolf
You got dick.
announces,
Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
oh, sorry, wrong.
Nate tipped $5 through Super Chat.
Whoa!
Some people with that dude's
Thank you for the $5, Nate.
Clip. When Sniperwolf announces that she's...
Your favorite greasy hair YouTuber with the messy hair.
This is not her being humble. Because think
what is it, Nerd City? What is it?
About it for 1 second. If she did think that this was a problem, it's a problem that she could solve in the way that most of us would solve it.
I would take a shower.
If we thought that we were too dirty to go to work, we would take a shower before work.
My hair is extreme.
Wow, true. Every time that somebody thinks that something is a problem and they have the means to do it, they always solve it, don't they? They always solve it, don't they? You autistic freak. No, they don't.
Extremely greasy. As soon as I'm done with this hack, straight to the shower for me.
I am washing my hair tonight.
Oh, by the way, guys.
I know that my room is messy. I don't like the fact my room is messy. Will it be messy tomorrow? You're goddamn fucking right it will. I've got jobs. I've got a list of jobs that I need to do. I'll plan to do them on the weekend. Will I do them on the weekend? No, I fucking won't. I'll leave them till next fucking year. And it's fucking March. Dude.
My hair is...
Dick is messy? Have you considered you might be borderline? True, dude. I might have fucking giga psychological AIDS.
a mess.
Oh, it's ratchet. See, she's used to doing that in a room by herself. Evan is usually not right off camera to agree when she nags herself.
It's ratchet, disgusting, greasy.
I agree. See, her boyfriend knows that she's dirty, and he doesn't like that. And for whatever reason, some of her fans are telling her that she's not.
We tend to reward a...
I wonder, is this going to be a point from Dr. Phil where he talks about a valid aspect of psychology that he's learnt during his training and practice? Or is this going to be Dr. Phil talking about a broad societal trend?
Reason, some of her fans are telling her that she's not.
We tend to reward a lot of things that narcissists do.
She may have just said...
What's that in the abstract of? That quote is pulled from fucking nowhere. That quote is pulled completely out of the fucking context. He could be talking about, as I suspect, the fact that narcissists tend to earn more. They're more successful in their career. We exemplify people having a high ego. We have confidence in them. People have confidence in themselves, inspire confidence in other people, and so they become more successful. Narcissistic personality disorder, in a weird way, sets people up for an incredibly successful career. That's what he's talking about, not fucking showering.
Oh, I'm dirty, I'm disgusting. But she's actually fishing for compliments. Evan and the audience.
That's just woman behavior. That's just, you mentioned earlier, Nate picked out, exactly. This could just be woman behavior. That, I'm afraid. Okay, I'm joking. Well, half joking.
Are supposed to be, in her mind, admiring her right now.
Don't tell Gab.
Because
don't tell Nas.
She's saying, it's date night, so I tried to look cute. And she, does the little Vogue by her face.
I tried to look cute today because date night.
She thinks she looks good enough for a compliment.
Now, they're out.
She's talking to her boyfriend.
It's date night, so I tried to look cute. And she, does the little Vogue by her face.
I tried to look cute today because date night.
She thinks she looks good enough for a compliment.
Now, they're...
Oh, dude. I don't know how anybody can watch another fucking video with any sense of, oh, this is going to be good. Oh, wow, Nerd City just released another video. How cool. I've just reset the bars. Thank you so much to Nate. He was the last donor there. Helped fill up the bar. I hugely appreciate it. Thank you.
Outwardly self-effacing. It's something they say that's ostensibly modest, or it seems deprecating, but the actual intent is to draw attention to themselves and fish for compliments like, oh, I look terrible without any makeup on. They're expecting people to say, oh my God, are you kidding me? You don't have any makeup on? You look great.
Could be clinically relevant. Could be completely normal human behavior.
My hair. What is this? Oh, that works. That does work. Yes. Slay. Tell me to slay because I slay.
It's a humble brag. They think they look great.
Excuse me while I check out my hair real quick. What is this? It's so dirty. I have
haven't watched it. Your favorite messy, fluffy-headed YouTuber. This ain't it. Actually looks kind of cute on camera.
So there's false humility disguised as self-deprecating when they're really bragging on the fact that they want you to pay attention to how good they look without makeup.
Damn, I was waiting for Dr. Phil to call her out.
My hair is like really dirty and I just like threw some clips in.
Oh man, I never see any out.
My hair is like
Right, so she's got a similar look to Selena Gomez. Okay.
really dirty and I just like threw some clips in.
Oh man, I never see anybody on Dr. Phil like
Nuts. Have you had guys say this to you in the past? Oh, my dick's so small. It's so puny and limp. Dude. My dick's so itty bitty. I got a teeny weeny peeny. It's like a spaghetti noodle. No girth at all. Dude.
like this.
I hate my hair today. I just got it blown out and then I went swimming and then it's really wet. I'm just gonna put it back and be all cute like this. I'm doing my hair tomorrow and I'm excited because I'm gonna have like a full hair transformation.
I'm excited. I'm gonna have a girlfriend with clean hair.
I know.
Finally. It's been so long.
I know.
You don't want to argue with a narcissist because they are relentless.
Oh, make your life hell.
And they will stay with it forever and a day.
Now that we know from the lawsuit that Sniperwolf's videos were written by her boyfriend or slash husband, Evan, it does make it funnier that one of the videos she made was basically him setting her up to learn how to take a shower and to physically walk through each step. The first thing she learns is how to...
Was this a serious intervention? Or was this a joke?
Dab, how to whatever. But then...
Isn't this just a thing with tomboys? Isn't this just a thing with tomboys? I went to high school with a bunch of girls who bragged about being dirty. It was the extreme version of them trying to be nonchalant. I mean, yeah.
The end is a full shower from
also, I mean, I don't want to be too soy, okay? And you might say, like, oh, she deserves it. She's made these comments about other women. These fucking zoom-ins to her fucking, like, scalp and her fucking hairline. And whenever there's, like, a little breach in it. You might think that she, like, deserves it, but there's nothing in this video to show why. And even having watched the previous videos and knowing about Sniperwolf, this just feels excessive and cruel. You're making me have empathy for Sniperwolf. You're making me have empathy for Sniperwolf. I feel sorry for this woman because of you. What have you done to me?
Finish, including and in particular, shampooing her hair.
repeat daily.
I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
Congratulations, you know how to take a shower now.
She just reads this as if it's to the audience, but he's being patronizing to her through the script. And of course her audience is just completely out of it. They never got what was going on here.
I hope you finally learned how to shower. It's not so hard. I know it's a lot of steps, but I believe in you. You can do it. You can shower. I don't know about daily, but...
She gets it.
And speaking of clean hair, maybe it's Maybelline.
Man, look, we know a lot of people
You got
have looked at this.
Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Nate tipped $5 through Super Chat. Is Sniperwolf more or less narcissistic than Katie Smurthwaite? Also, yes, it's true about tomboys. See earlier discussion about your proclivities.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this woman. Oh, I feel like I only know her for her inclusion in, like... I feel like I only know this person from, like, feminist rec compilations. And literally nothing else. What a legacy. What a legacy. Didn't she once have a debate, like, on TV with Milo Yiannopoulos and just went like, that's so offensive, I won't come on your television show if you don't like me to respond to that, that's so offensive. Is it that woman?
This guy, and looked at her, and made easy jokes about what an unlikely looking pair these two are. There have been countless versions of this post that have gone viral, where people basically try to make sense of what his hidden talent must be. And the people who assume Sausage has an incredible ability to relate to women,
Now you're better, but you're still ugly.
see him as a sort of aspirational figure.
What?
This guy gives me hope because look at him. He's got it all figured out.
So is the point of this going to be like, actually, yes, he is incredibly ugly. This man is incredibly fat. Look at all this footage of him being fat. He is incredibly ugly and fat and undesirable. But no, it's not. He's not actually charming. He doesn't have some, like, rewarding feature that, you know, perhaps could complement why this woman would even be with him at all. It's actually because she's a disgusting slob as well. Is that really going to be the fucking take?
Well, in some ways, sure. But I know that most people who make a comment like that in passing, or who would seek his advice on picking up women, don't have the slightest idea what direction he actually took things in.
There's a lot going on in this big head.
For nearly a decade, he subjected her to a type of deviancy and a degree of pestering about it that most people, realistically, wouldn't dare imagine. And there's an intersection here with poor bathroom hygiene that ties him into the themes we're looking at today. So, if you were curious about their relationship secrets and how Sausage seduced Sniperwolf, I'll give you a quick rundown. And for those eating, I will try to make it quick.
Sorry if it bothers you if I talk about poop, especially if I'm eating, or especially if you're eating.
They first met online when Sausage rizzed her up with a fart joke.
I would drag my balls to the desert full of cats just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
I got a message from this guy and he was like, I would drag my balls through a field of broken glass just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
Really? Well, that sounds pretty good.
I would drag my balls through a desert full of cactuses just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
Oh my god, that was so nice, and now I don't know what my reaction should be.
Yo!
But little did she know, it wasn't even his joke, and he wasn't joking.
And I thought it was so funny. It was like the funniest, smartest thing I ever heard, and I thought he made it up, but later I found out that he just found it online or something. He didn't make it up. But anyways.
Don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
Turns out Leah wasn't the only woman he wanted to hear fart through a walkie-talkie.
Oh, hey, baby. Listen, I would drag my balls
This is his go-to move.
to a field of glass just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
And about 1 month before he'd uploaded that,
I would drag my balls through 1,000 of glass shards.
the same opener was in a viral video called Really Bad Pickup Lines 3.
Oh no, Sausage is a fraud. Just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
The fact that eventually that line worked on someone set up Evan to become sort of a relationship guru.
No.
Wait.
No, Sausage is a fraud. Just
Who was that? Who was that? Who's that voice line?
The same opener was in a viral video called
Big Bungie's in this video. Okay, look, I go to Bungie for humor, okay? Do not go to him for rigorous reporting or well-crafted arguments. He's a comedian. At 2, Big Bungie. At 2. Man.
Really Bad Pickup Lines 3.
Oh no, Sausage is a fraud. Just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
The fact that eventually that line worked on someone set up Evan to become sort of a relationship guru.
No, see.
Ooh, hubba tubba. I guess you could say she likes a bossy big bottom.
I didn't ask you to be my girlfriend, I kind of just put you in this situation.
Yeah, but
It's like you're mine.
I realized I was your girlfriend.
Yeah.
In these videos titled things like relationship advice, a slob who blows farts instead of kisses,
No, that's not a kiss.
tried to teach the little ones to feel a sense of entitlement.
You're mine.
And where the ability was lacking, they still shared it anyway.
He doesn't
Wait, what was that?
A slob who blows farts instead of kisses,
No, that's not a kiss.
tried to teach the little ones to feel a sense of entitlement.
You're mine.
And where the ability was
Is he really gonna fucking moral frog over a boyfriend saying to his girlfriend, "You're mine"? Potentially as a joke in a YouTube video when they're filming content together. Dude, this is the weakest dog shit fucking video I've ever seen.
lacking, they still shared it anyway.
He doesn't give me kisses. He always swears.
I mean, it's not, but especially with the kind of credibility or whatever that this guy's supposed to have. What is the fucking thesis?
Like these dozens of demos of his head-butt kissing style.
No.
Come here.
I don't want cooties.
That's not
No.
fair. That's not. You're not playing this right.
No.
Babe, come here.
What, why are we seeing this? I mean, if you just want to make a fucking, like, video A-logging these people and making jokes at their expense, fair enough. Ditch the psychological shit and just include these cringe clips. But at this point, I don't even know what you're trying to prove with this.
Symptomatic of both low confidence and never brushing your teeth.
I know, I need to floss and brush a lot.
And even still, young guys would constantly ask him, "How do you do it?"
Your body, my choice.
Forever.
How does one get such a beautiful girl? This is another commonly asked question. I realize I have a lot of guys on this channel that want help or just some advice, and basically,
How did you do it?
how I got Leah was that I'm different.
Definitely.
It's probably something I'll talk about or explain in bits and pieces across many videos, comments, tweets. Like, it's just...
Tell us, sir, please.
You guys will eventually learn.
Well, he must have meant posts like this, because other than talking about the sound
Well, I think he's probably, like, joking
of Sniperwolf's poops as they hit the toilet water, or describing the smell of her farts, there weren't many other insights that he found appropriate to share.
Well, Mr. Sausage says my farts are pretty inappropriate. When me and Sausage first started dating,
I'm pretty sure what he's saying there is like, oh, I'll tell you across my comments and my tweets and my videos. Is that not just like a joke to say like, you want to know how I dated this really attractive woman and my womanizing skills? Just follow me on all my social media. Right, I think that's the joke.
dating, I literally would never ever fart. And every time he thought I would fart, he would try to sniff my butt.
After such a beautiful first connection, it wasn't long before he got Sniperwolf to second base. Forced inspections of his bowel movements. Smelling his poop while it was hot, and flushing the bowl for him long after it was stale.
He like calls me to the bathroom, refuses to flush until I look at it. And when I'm not home, guess what he does? He leaves it until I come home. You know what happens when you don't flush a poop for a while. There's like a cloud of, you know.
Leah was surprised to learn that Sausage thinks his farts don't stink.
Do you like smelling your farts?
Of course.
Do they smell good to you?
It's an accomplishment, dude.
He tried and failed to condition her to like the smell of his burps and his poops.
My favorite smell ever is probably... I can't even get close to it and pretend to smell it. And pretend I like it. I'm supposed to smell it and pretend I like it. And then after time went on and we got more comfortable with each other, he started farting on me a lot.
He compulsively smelled her butt and then insulted her about it.
Babe, it doesn't stink, you stink.
You fart. Death and decay.
You fucking fringe. If I throw a dog a bone, I don't want to know if it tastes good or not.
We actually can't stand each other's farts. They're really disgusting. He hates my farts so very, very much.
Yeah, sure, Leah. That looks like the face of a guy who doesn't like what's happening right now. Literally getting comfortable in the fattest way possible.
Pooping on boyfriend, prank gone wrong.
Getting comfortable in the fattest way possible. Is that what that first statement was?
The getting comfortable in the fattest way possible.
Pooping on boyfriend, prank gone wrong. Gone sexual.
He just sniffed her butt so hard, his nose turned white.
It's romantic.
He convinced her to fart in his ear, to fart on their dogs.
That's romantic.
To fart on their channel, and even managed to make his brapping fixation part of her online persona.
If you could have one useless superpower, what would it be? The ability to fart at any time.
Now, granted, she did have a look on her face like a hostage being forced to read a false confession, but in those respects, the man got what he wanted.
I mean, yeah, this is weird and this is funny, but I've got no idea what the fuck this is about. These are long-term partners. I don't know. This doesn't seem that odd. It seems a little extra. I've got like maybe a goofy sense of humor. People get comfortable and joke about gross things. I mean, yeah, true, but I feel like this is more of a joke than like any sort of earnest critique. Just seems weird.
And drank it all in.
Nerd is just obsessed with this woman that doesn't shower. Yeah, it just feels like it at this point.
He's wafting the smell to the scent to his nose.
Hopefully, we'll never know all the things she did to keep him happy.
There's kind of a lot of things, a lot involving farts.
Please.
We eat together, we fart together, we poop together, and we hook up.
Okay. Pretty solid itinerary of sewer system foreplay, I suppose. And she's like, thanks for the questions, guys, but we're just your average human centipede at the end of the day. We stuff our holes together and then blow them out. We're just like you.
A farting position.
Maybe now and then to spice things up, Evan was liable to slip her a burp through a kiss or start rapidly.
I mean, if this is just going to be more about farting.
At each other's poop. Not you walk in.
Oh, there you go.
This is an interesting moment that has some layers to it. What they're complaining about here is a comment that was coming in so frequently that they could finish each other's sentences about it, apparently.
And she says she's not a porn star. I saw a couple of people commenting this. I saw a couple of people.
Too many people for their liking.
I saw a lot of people comment this.
Would watch her thirst trapping content.
Really? Nerd City is going to be the one to call other people out for being too sensitive about comments made by strangers online when you're a big content creator. Really? Really? Dude, does this guy have no fucking... Oh my god. I mean, look in a fucking mirror, dude. I don't know what to fucking tell you. You're not the guy to make this critique.
And then, all things considered...
I have something else you can pick.
Oh, really?
Like the awkward, sexy skits, the cheap wigs...
My horrible $14.99 and under Amazon wig.
The party store costumes...
Yeah.
The novelty frames...
Usually it looks like there's no lens.
And the willingness to show off. And just by looking the way she did and pushing some of those buttons, she was bound to get questions about what has she done already and how far was she willing to go.
It is not what you think it is. There is no chance of me ever, let me say it again, ever doing like I'm not. It's not gonna happen.
So people are asking a woman who doesn't do porn if she will do porn. And what? She deserves it because she, like, okay.
Today we are going to be talking about everybody's favorite subject.
I've seen her explain her stance on this in a number of different ways, sometimes politely.
I don't think I would enjoy that. Like being naked for everyone to see and doing personal things like that. Like, no.
And also, I've seen these associations exasperate her past the point of civility.
Were you inspired to wear glasses because a porn star who is irrelevant now, is wearing glasses. What? What? Why are you so... I remember, there's no such thing as stupid questions, only stupid people. Don't blame it on the question.
I'm the girl whose mom loves me, and it's usually girls whose moms don't love them that do. But my mom loves me, and she makes me food.
When the boy comes over, you make him food.
Actually, my dad ended up really liking him at first.
Now the dad hates me because he thinks I'm a pimp.
But no matter how many times she said it, or she wasn't interested, or the money wasn't there, new people would discover the channel every day and ask the same thing. So on one hand, you could understand her frustration at the repetition of this, but then on the other hand, it's easy to see how a really young viewer would not understand the logic of where she's drawing the line.
SSSniperwolf.
So yeah, she's constantly being asked if she's going to do porn, and she finds this annoying. What's the critique?
Was searched 25k times yesterday and 120k times the past month on... Really, guys? 120k times you guys searched this shit? I don't know what to say. I would tell your moms if I could. I hope your parents find your history.
She kind of like had the moral high ground at this point. You know, she's saying, it's disgusting. I'm going to tell your parents, right? I'm
pretty sure she's just like joking.
But then she goes...
I mean, geez, that's a lot of people. What is wrong with you guys? Watch my videos.
Now that to me is a crazy mask slip.
Don't watch the watch me instead.
This is a mask slip. This is a mask slip. Whoa, guys. Whoa, guys. You know when she said, like, instead of, like, trying to search for my porn, or porn of me, just, like, watch my YouTube channel instead. I think we got a deeper insight into her psychology than she even realized in that moment. Holy shit. Holy shit. What have we learned?
Videos.
What have we learned?
Now that to me is a crazy mask slip.
That she wants young children to masturbate to her videos. Is that the mask slip? Please tell me. Please tell me that's not going to be the conclusion he's going to draw from this. Please tell me that's not the conclusion he's going to draw from this. She wants young boys to masturbate to her videos. Is that going to be it?
Don't watch the watch me instead.
Just do what you need to do over here. It's a crazy joke. Like,
bro. Yeah, somehow I don't think that's what she was saying either.
She's lost track of what she's jealous of here.
The lost revenue of being too sexy for children.
That reminds me of when Logan Paul said that he was jealous of COVID. The average person doesn't think like this.
COVID, he's complaining. He's jealous of COVID's media coverage.
COVID. You can't watch anything else.
But that's what bothers me is when they're trying to basically like audience max, but they're making a type of content that shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, because like, of course, a 13-year-old wants to see.
Yeah, I get you.
That doesn't mean that you can or you should.
She's sort of like making softcore for children to an extent.
Yeah.
Or the very least sexual content for children.
For sure.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
That's like strange. Sniperwolf is like putting her ass in his face and stuff for an audience that you admittedly know is young. It's kind of crazy what you could get away with.
I know, it seems a lot crazier now.
If someone did that now, it'll be over. They'll be finished.
I'll stick me really good. You will feel great.
That's obviously written by a child.
Yeah.
Like you could tell. Because the profile picture and just the way it's written, you can just tell it's written by a child.
Yeah.
Sort of indefensible, to be frank.
What is wrong with you guys? Watch my videos.
The sausage always tried to go sexual with everything.
It's just the fact that it's so obviously sexual, combined with the fact that they're acknowledging that the family are children, like literal children.
They proved it, you know? Like they, in their own words and in a serious way, they were talking about how...
Yeah, they're too young. Like, that's how I was in high school. Like, when you're like middle school, high school, like the kids commenting are.
Well, isn't it annoying that these kids are too young to understand why you won't shoot hardcore porn?
I tippy it your name and you came up, you slut. You said you don't want to do it for money. How much money?
How do we get these annoying kids to stop asking for it, you know?
Yeah, that's like weird. That's like strange. That's like a strange thing.
Why do you make everything sexual?
Like all my videos.
You know makes you more money, right?
Her skits would literally parody, you know, her being like, oh no, I spilled stuff on my hand. It's like she's, oh no, my shirt, my button.
Oh no!
Oh my god. She's parodying common tropes of pornography. Oh no! Oh no! What? What? Dude. There are mildly suggestive themes in her content. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay.
I squirted out too much lotion. Gone wrong. Gone sexual.
When the Sniperwolf drama came up because of Jack's films, they were talking about her in the call with the two kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? No one looked at the content or the people who were watching it. The sexual marketing.
I'll send you some nudes.
But it's obviously marketed towards children.
Just kidding.
Leah's own inexperience.
Yes, I lost my virginity to sausage.
That can't be true. That cannot be true. There's no way she lost her virginity to sausage.
Left her poorly equipped to contextualize just how
Why would he leave
sausage
that
was
in?
always trying.
Why would he leave that in? That's obviously Big Bungie being Big Bungie.
Could be.
That can't be true.
That can't be true. She's got to be a whore. She's got to be a whore. Surely. She's got to be a whore. Big Bungie could say that and get away with it because it's funny. How the fuck does he have Big Bungie in here? I don't know. I don't understand. This is supposed to be like, Nerd City does not do like comedy. There are jokes in his videos, but he does like structured takedowns or structured like analyses. No, it doesn't make sense. It's a complete like antithesis blend of fucking like content styles that so far his like analysis and stuff has been dog shit. So the comedy just doesn't hit for me.
Seriously,
you know
though,
what I mean? It's not like oh, you know, we've had the main course and now it's time for like a fun comedy like dessert, right? You would usually have like Colossal is Crazy or like Pyrocynical in here or Dolan Dark to do like jokes for the videos. But like nobody wants to associate with him anymore. She was got like 40k YouTube comedian in when he's like, what? Oh, how many subscribers does he have? I mean, yeah, like almost 900k.
I don't know why some people
It's because he's got no associations anymore with anybody. No one wants to work with him.
the toilet after using it. Do you know? Do you know?
I don't think it's a fetishistic thing. I think sausage is just like weird.
Isn't he like relatively PC? I don't know. He's a weird blend. Relatively, maybe, I guess. I'm not really sure. Big Bungie's nearly at 100k. Fair play, okay? Fair play.
I like to fart a lot.
I take that back.
I do fart a lot.
He has an autistic fixation.
I like to fart a lot.
His autistic fixation is just on his own shit. It's one of the worst ones you can get. Of all the autistic fixation.
Like encopresis or an elimination problem or something. I know what you mean.
In this house.
I think I can convince you it's a fetish.
Go.
Do what?
Go.
What?
Poop.
Over.
Oh.
There's another clip I didn't include just because it's like there's so much of this and I was trying to just get through it.
Would you rather do a stream sitting on a cactus for 6 hours or
Showcase their private bathroom activities.
No, you can't be in the video. You can't be fucking pissing in the video, babe.
Is that her normal voice?
Yeah.
That sounded like genuine as well. That didn't sound like a bit.
So before she became a reaction channel, she was reacting to poop.
Sometimes
I
I'm really
smell it.
fucking proud of it, okay?
they're very proud of their accomplishments, no matter how shitty they are. Well, look at me with the puns today.
They've both made it pretty clear that he wasn't always flushing, but she also dropped hints that he...
Clear out the stench.
That didn't occur to me. No, I think what he means is like, you try to rush me when I'm savoring my poop, and you try to rush me when I'm doing my like grits over time.
I would drag my balls.
And of course, Leah,
Spot on.
at every turn in her career, has been more eager than most to say that young women
She looks just like me.
model themselves after her.
This is exactly like asshole. I am copywriting this shit.
Yeah,
whatever-
we already watched it in your first video, bro.
Worst smelling thing to me in
God,
the world.
he's got to know that this video is dog shit. It starts out like retreading old narcissistic personality disorder lines, and then he goes into like his obsessive A-logging of every time she said the word poop or fart, and then Big Bungie's in here to call her a whore and make jokes about fart fetishes and poop fetishes, and now we're going to the end where you're basically recapping the first video that you made on her.
World is a burp. Like sausage will come to my face and burp in my face.
I've been sleeping like all day.
Hello. And it is so disgusting. I hate smelling burps.
Later on, if you wonder, how could some of this have gotten so bad? It's because that's the other character involved.
And I don't like his farts because they're really gross and long and like actual wet farts.
So in addition to failing at toddler potty training, there were other basic bathroom puzzles that Sausage never put together. Namely, how to get his wife in the shower on a regular basis, and how to help her keep the hairs on her head. But before we get into all that, the Nerd City Podcast, Episode 1.
It's finally out. There is some good stuff here.
Okay, so he's got kicked off. He's got kicked off his podcast and now he's started his own podcast. Okay, cool. What a dog shit video. Literally, if you had to summarize it, it's like, what's this video about? What's the thesis of this video? What's this video arguing? Nothing really, just kind of like, I guess, A-logging, you know, just kind of like A-logging content. He's off that podcast, yeah, quite famously. He basically spurged out. He didn't even leave. I'm pretty sure he just got kicked off the podcast. Did they kick him off the server? Kick him out the server and then, yeah? It's not even funny A-logging? No, he doesn't know how to do it. God, what a dog shit video. This guy's fallen from heights. Holy shit. Genuinely, it's almost kind of like sad to see. Jesus Christ, this video's dog shit. Fuck. Anyway, you see Pepsi made a video on Lord Crust. Yeah, is that a video that he made? Or is that like a stream segment? Because I did see that he did a stream segment. But, you know. Yeah. Oh. Listen, I said I'd go for another couple hours. And I did, okay? Oh, but I think that might be me over for tonight. So, before I go, I want to thank Nate a shit ton. I want to thank Quixotic. I want to thank Janky Johnny. I want to thank Ryle as well. Sure, Mark. Come on, I'm sure Mark as well. I'll double check. Surely Mark has. Double check. Let me double check. Shit. Oh no, he hasn't. Never mind. That's fine. Sorry, I didn't mean to be that. It's like a thing. I would have felt bad if you donated and I didn't read it out. Anyway, thank you so much. Let me see. Who can I raid? Good night, guys. Okay. Who am I going to send you over to? Who am I going to send you over to? I'll send you over to Morale. Okay. Listen, small commentators. We're starving tonight. Okay. We're starving tonight. We're trying to compete with Fatty. So share the support. Okay. I'll send you over to Morale. Love you guys a lot. I'll see you soon. Night, guys.